All right, welcome to our Opulent Freedom Lifestyle event. My name's Jana. I'll be hosting the majority of the event, but we're really excited because we've got the amazing Rose who's launching her business tonight. So we can't wait to hear from her. And of course, a lot of these beautiful faces that are on tonight that we haven't seen before are here to see her, see what she's up to. And it's a great way to connect right now because we are all having a little trouble connecting with people with what's going on around the world. So like I said, my name's Jana. I came across this amazing product and opportunity 4 years ago now. I was trading time for money, working in my full-time government job with a 11-month-old and a 3-year-old at the time. So they were in full-time childcare, literally trading time for money as most of us do. They were in there from 6:30 in the morning to 6 p.m. at night. So I was doing pretty big hours, but I was also taking work home with me. And I think it was just a lot of things happening. Yeah, I had the mum guilt. So I had these 2 babies that I was never seeing, and when I was seeing them, I was still playing catch up with all the other duties I had of running a house, doing the shopping, doing the cooking, doing the cleaning. So I wasn't getting that special time with them. But I think the biggest thing that really started to affect me was I was no longer looking after me. I wasn't filling up my own cup. I was starting to get the sick, probably the sickest I'd ever been. And I'm actually really quite holistic. I love health. I was always doing the best I could to take care of my family. But in this time when this was all happening and coming into my life, I clearly wasn't doing the best I could for me. So something needed to change. My husband also worked full time, and we just wanted someone at home with the children, really. But we still needed that income. I don't know. I think nowadays it's really hard just to have one income coming into any family's household. We all need that extra little bit of money just to be able to live. You know, we like definitely in my full-time job, I was literally working to live on the weekends, but I was still finding on the weekends I still wasn't able to live, wasn't actually able to connect with myself, with my family, relax, enjoy life. That has been a unique thing that has come from this opportunity, which I'll touch on a little bit later. So what is this amazing product or company in the background that we found and that we've had really great results with is Juice Plus. Juice Plus has literally been around for over 27 years here in Australia and New Zealand, so it's definitely not a new fad. But I think right now with what is going on around the world is our immune systems need to be stronger than ever, and that's where Juice Plus comes in line, into light, I should say. Juice Plus is designed to bridge a few gaps in our diet, not designed to replace your food or a healthy diet in any shape or form. It's just there to bridge any gaps and to get it to the next level. All right, our hero product is literally fruits, vegetables, and berries in a capsule. Through Australia and New Zealand, you know, the government states we should be having 3 and 5 serves of fruits and vegetables nowadays. And staggeringly, those stats are suggesting less than 5% of adults are getting that done, and less than 2% of kids are getting that done. So, you know, obviously we're here to educate, inspire, and help you to get the right thing on your plate, help you prepare and fall in love with food. But we understand that not every day is going to be, you know, great. You're not going to be able to get the produce, the product, or prepare those meals. So this is where this cool product comes into play. This is literally fruits, vegetables, and berries in a capsules, nothing else. Not like what we're used to from the chemist, you know, synthetic artificial capsules in multivitamins, vitamin B, vitamin A, vitamin C, all these things that we might be lacking. This is literally straight from the produce. So like I said, over 33 fruits, vegetables, and berries go into these capsules. And I love it because it's peel, pip, stem, and stalk. I could literally have a go at eating what goes into these, but it's a lot of eating, a lot of preparing, and I still wouldn't be getting that peel, that pip, that stem, and that stalk. I've tried eating those, and it's really hard to eat, especially in orange. I mean, 70% of the nutrients is in that peel, and I just cannot eat it. I love these as well because the fruits and vegetables are vine ripened. Our fruits and vegetables in most cases around the world aren't vine ripened because of the want and need to get it into the supermarket, but also because we don't want to actually eat it when it's vine ripened. It doesn't taste so great when it's vine ripened. But the vine ripening process is literally where most of the nutrients hits the fruits and vegetables. So it's really quite important. But also from the farm through to your supermarket, that could be weeks before you actually get the produce at home. And then, like I said to you, it's probably had various sprays, waxes and chemicals popped on it to have that journey, but also you're peeling it, you're getting rid of pips, stems, stalks, and you're cooking it. There goes half the nutrients. That's where they're so clever. Like literally our farms, and some of these are 3-4 generations old, so they know what they're doing with their farming practices. The soil is immaculate and beautiful, so it's growing beautiful produce in it. Then they get to vine ripen because the produce is only grown for Juice Plus. So it gets to stay on the vine and it's at its highest nutritional value. From there, it goes straight into our factory where it's washed. And this includes peel, pip, stem, stalk. Again, I'm going to keep repeating that because I just think that's the best part of it. And it goes through a really cold pulping process from there. In that cold pulping process, the liquid is slowly taken away from the produce, and in a way so that it only takes away the sugar and the water. So it still leaves all the micronutrients, phytonutrients, all the fiber, all the good bits from the produce. And then it's slowly in that cooling process turned into a powder form and capsulated into our vegan, vegetarian, soluble capsules. So a plant-based capsule as well. And then we get to swallow it. We swallow these within, 3 to 7 minutes, it gets into our bodies and it goes to work. Just like when you eat an apple, yeah? We all are going to absorb that apple in a different time frame, and it's going to do what it's going to do different in my body as it would to my husband. It's food in a capsule. So we've got to understand it's not a wonder pill. It's just this really clever product that's there to bridge the gap and to build our immune systems and many other things, because it's all about fighting and reducing inflammation. So when it gets in there, it'll pick and choose where it wants to go. For some people, inflammation might be in weight. It might be in their skin, psoriasis, eczema, dermatitis, acne. That's huge for inflammation. We always treat it from the outside, but it actually needs to be treated from the inside. Joint inflammation. It could be literally just your gut health. This is our hero product, fruits, vegetables, and berries in a capsule. And what this does is this is like your micronutrients. We're made up of billions and trillions of cells, and they need to eat the right thing. Also, they can't be fed lots of salt, sugar, fried foods, because you know what's going to happen when you eat that. You're going to feel crappy and you're going to want more of that, because like attracts like. So if you're flooding your body with extra fruits and vegetables and berries every day, you're going to want more of that. You're going to want more water. You're going to want less of the bad things and hopefully more of the good things. It gets in there. And obviously, if you're feeling like, this is where I was when I found this, I was sluggish, I was tired. Things weren't probably working as well as they needed to. I had chronic fatigue. And some other things that maybe we've got boys and girls on here tonight. I might not bring them all up, but gets into there, it gets everything running. That engine gets it running more opulently, so you sleep better. All right, you've got more energy, so therefore you're wanting to move more. Your aches and pains may lessen. It's really different for everybody, and it's remarkable in how it goes to work. I love the fact that I could take this when I was pregnant. So many products you couldn't take. And if you can't take a product when you're pregnant, why would you want to take it at any time, to be honest? But, for me, one of the big ticks was I could have it when I was pregnant and I could read the damn label. For instance, the fruit blend's got apple, peach, cranberry, orange, mango, lemon, cherry, pineapple, prune, date, and beet in it. I know they're all amazing fruits. All right, I can't get that variety in each and every day. And that variety specifically is in there together because it works even better in synergy than it does individually on its own. So it's pretty cool. There's no warning label on there because if you can have fruits and vegetables, this is just about pretty much safe for anybody, which is pretty awesome also. All right, and also if you were to ask Suri on your phone, which is the most researched whole food product on the market, it will say Juice Plus. This has had over 37 peer-reviewed scientific studies on it, and immune system is one of the big ones. So definitely worth checking out the research if you're one of those people that really love to get into the research. One of those studies that currently we have going at the moment is the Kids Eat Free study. So not only is Juice Plus an amazing company ahead with this cool product, but it's also got a massive heart. So when the adult gets to take Juice Plus, and we're always putting the kids first, aren't we? But the kids actually get to eat free. All right, so they can either have it in the capsule, get the fruit and vegetable free for 4 years, which is pretty huge to be getting that sort of nutrients into your child every day for free. or you can get it in a chew form. All right, so the kids obviously can't swallow capsules at that early age, but it's literally the same produce that goes into our capsules, just they've kept a little bit of the natural sugar along with tapioca. So again, nothing synthetic, nothing artificial. I know for me, I used to give the chemist and the the supermarkets multivitamins to my kids, but there was so much sugar in those, and they weren't benefiting from it a great deal. If anything, they were probably running up the walls twice as much. But these give the kids an extra variety of 19 fruits and vegetables every day into growing, developing little bodies. And they're in the playground, they're in the kinder, they're in childcare, they're up against the bugs every single day. So if we can help their immune system stay strong and healthy, then that's a win as well. But we're seeing in the study that kids are pooping better. They're eating better. They're going for the capsicum and the carrot instead of looking for the salt and the sugar. And then it's also gums, what we're seeing in the kids' development in their gums, and then sleeping and cognitive behavior. All these things are pretty massive for any parent. And then for me, it's just that struggle. Yeah, you can't get your kids to eat the broccoli, the cauliflower, the rainbow that you want to put on their plate. But if you can give them these chews on a daily basis, their palate, their craveability is going to increase also, which is a big tick for me. All right, so that's our micronutrients, the oil in the engine for both the adult and the child, but we've still got to eat, all right? And that's where we fall over. We, look to convenience. I think the supermarkets are loving it at the moment because a lot of our takeaways and our restaurants and our cafes are sadly closed, but it means that we're all going back to, creating good food in the kitchen. But it gets a bit boring. So that's where we've got this amazing program in the background, but we also have these amazing complete shakes, which the whole family can take. All our products are vegan, vegetarian. They are dairy-free, gluten-free, nut-free. All right, so these are our complete shakes. This is protein or your macro. So this is like your good fuel to keep you running. So if you are still working, or you're in essential health or whatever, you just got that busy, you just got 5 kids that are driving up the wall at home and you're not getting to eat because you're so busy preparing meals and helping them with their studies, then you've got these amazing complete powders with, again, over 30 odd plant-based ingredients in there, nothing synthetic, nothing artificial. They taste yummy, chocolate and vanilla, your good proteins, complex carbohydrates, fiber, and and then you've got your good fats. You've got your superfoods in there as well. So there's broccoli, alfalfa sprouts, radish sprouts, all these crazy things that sound awful in a smoothie, but they actually taste really yum. I'm always been a green smoothie person, but I just really struggle to swallow them. But these actually make anything pretty much taste yum. And I can make so many different varieties that I never get sick of them. We have at least one a day between me and the kids every day in this house, either for breakfast or on the go later on in the day. I can make pancakes. I can make lots of different protein balls. Again, we've got stacks of recipes for these. They've got an amazing thing in them also called niacin, helps with depression, anxiety, and right now I think we're in a bit of a mental calamities at home because we're just all on top of each other. So if anything can help, I'm going to take it, and that is definitely these babies. So they're great. They're yum. Again, you can make some wonderful smoothie bowls as well as the smoothies, which is pretty cool. Then there was just one other gap that Juice Plus felt that they needed to bridge and help, with our health, and that was with omega. And for me, I was always resorting to fish, but fish are just like humans. They don't create their own omega. They actually get the omega from algae, and then we eat the fish. So Juice Plus are really clever. They've skipped the middleman and gone straight to the algae, but along with sea buckthorn, tomato seed oil, safflower, pomegranate, tomato seed oil, raspberry seed oil, all in a beautiful capsule. All those beautiful oils helping with an array of omegas. So that's helping with our eyes, I'm pointing at my heart, but my heart, my eyes, my brain, my skin, joint inflammation, and again, pregnancy. So these are really amazing. They are sealed differently in their capsule because of the oils to keep them all beautiful in there. So no heat's involved. And again, all plants, which is pretty amazing. So we've only had that one probably 2 years now, but we're seeing massive results with that too. that, along with the berries, is amazing for skin. So if you have psoriasis, eczema, acne, yeah, it can be massive for that also, but you just don't know until you take it. So there are our wonderful products. We've all had great results with. That's why we have these cool events, and we just like to share it, because we just think it's a gift and we need to share it with as many people as possible. But our team, what it's created along with these products, is where the magic really happens. We've got a great, we've actually got about 3 different programs, but our main one is called the Juicy Body Transformation. You get to have full access to that for life once you do Juice Plus just once. It's all online. We've got hundreds of beautiful recipes. And it's not a diet. It's not locking you in. It's really deprivation free. It's for the whole family. It helps the kids understand the value of getting a rainbow on a plate. It's about making food yummy. I mean, it's got KFC chicken in here, a healthy version of KFC chicken. It's got chocolate. It's got beautiful curries. It's got beautiful salads. We've got a Christmas menu. We've got an 8-week shred. We've got the Blokes Barbecue menu, the kids one. There's some great stuff you can cook, and the kids love it. And once you start getting, the bits and pieces you need in your pantry, it's just really easy. It helps you meal plan, meal prep, and you've got success. If you really need to have a kickstart, try the 8-week shred, and then you've got the rest of the program there to support you for the rest of your family's health journey. But I guess you got the community there as well. The community is insane. We've got doctors, we've got nurses, we've got chiros, we've got PTs. So they are constantly adding more and more value. This program itself was created by a nutritionist and a team of other amazing health experts. And like I said, there's over 7 ebooks, and you get that for free, which is pretty amazing. But to bring that to life, I'm going to get a couple of girls. They're going to share their story around the program, how it came into their life, what results they have, and why they love sharing it. So I'm going to grab Stacey first. I'll just spotlight you, and maybe just take yourself off mute.
Awesome. Thank you, Jana. I actually had the KFC for dinner tonight. And one of my twins actually ate the coleslaw before the chips and chicken. I was just so amazed. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Stacey. I'm here in Christchurch, New Zealand. I am a solo parent of 3-year-old, nearly 4-year-old twins. I started this back 2.5 years ago, and at the time I was a very depleted mother, struggling to survive in a toxic relationship, sleeping 2 hours during the day, going to bed at 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, the usual mum story, working our asses off, raising children. And the one thing that I didn't want to go back to work or anything like that, and I searched around for something to do and a product to basically on board, and I came across this amazing product, and I just knew that it was the bee's knees when I saw it. I always talked about how we should eat how our grandparents ate, eat off the land, all of that sort of stuff, and stop eating all this packaged food, which is making us sicker. And I actually pushed this product off for 4 months. I was like, nah, let's not. But when I finally jumped on the product, I was absolutely amazed at what it did. I jumped on all of the products straight away because I knew that if I was going to do something, I was going to do it properly. Within 4 days, I felt crazy energy. I've got 16-month-old twins at the time, absolutely depleted, thought I was eating healthy. Clearly not, because this stuff gave me crazy amounts of energy, and I couldn't believe it. Within 4 days, within 2 weeks, I was sleeping better. So I dropped my day nap, which was exciting because I could actually do stuff without the kids at my feet. So I dropped my day nap, and I was actually going to bed at 10, 11 o'clock at night. And for me, that was absolutely amazing. I've always been a 9 o'clock bedtime person, even before I had kids. So that was amazing. And I can't go to sleep before 10 o'clock now, which is really quite crazy. But apart from that, the one results that I really did have is I suffered hip dysplasia from carrying the twins, and pain in my hip when you're trying to carry 2 kids around, you're trying to do all that sort of stuff, you're trying to cook, you're trying to clean, you're trying to basically run the household, and every time you walk or put weight on one side, you've got massive pain up and down your hip and your back. And I did physio and I did everything that I was meant to do. I actually did the exercises as well, but nothing kind of took away that pain. And when I jumped on this product 4 months into it, I realized I actually wasn't complaining about my pain in my hip anymore. And that was amazing to me. A couple of months later, I came off a little bit of the product because I was then a solo parent and I needed to set up my house. And within a couple of days, that pain came back, and I was just like, nah, never coming off it again. That was it. That was my line of, no, it totally does work. I had to prove it to myself. So apart from that, 2.5 years down the track, it's been an amazing journey. My kids have been solidly on the chews for about 2 years now, and last year was their first year in kindy. And they got sick twice. I was so surprised. I mean, we all know how cold it is in Christchurch, and they only got sick twice. And the 2 times that they did get sick, I ran out of their little chews a week prior, and I couldn't believe it. All these parents keep talking about, my kids don't go to the doctor anymore. They don't get sick. And I was just like, yeah, right, whatever. The product can't do that. And I was just super astounded. I was super amazed that their first year in kindy and they only got sick twice. So I'm really looking forward. Well, I was looking forward to this year. I've got extra chews on board so that we'll survive. So hopefully we do get some time at kindy and I can test that theory out. But yeah, amazing product and program. I absolutely love it. I'm pretty much a lifer on it. I won't ever come off it. So thank you very much for letting me share, Jana.
Oh, thank you for sharing. And now I'm going to grab Nicole as well. She's also going to share her story with the product and program. You might just have to take yourself off mute, Nicole.
Sure. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Thanks, Jana. Hi, I'm Nicole. I've been, I suppose Juice Plus came into my life a couple of years ago when I had a few chats with Jana. I was very skeptical at first. I actually took a couple of years to decide to finally go on it. And the reason being was I'd hit rock bottom. I put on a lot of weight. I was unhappy. I was just lazy, to say the least. So we had a good chat and I decided to jump on the trio straight away. And I did part of the program, which was a 7-day detox. And in that 7 days, I had lost 3 kilos. So I kind of felt good. I was happy where I was going, I suppose. Then over time, I then added the Omega and the shakes to my daily intake. From over the 12 months, I guess in the first 8 months, I lost about 10 kilos on and off, but pretty much got down to that 10, so I was pretty happy with that. But the focus shifted with me. It wasn't so much about the weight. It became about my skin. People were complimenting how my face was looking clearer, and I also suffered from eczema, and it has pretty much gone. I am gobsmacked. I haven't used my steroid cream in the last 12 months, and I'm more comfortable walking around with my skin showing, I suppose. So yeah, and also my immunity. Obviously, we're coming into the flu season, but I've always suffered from bronchitis. Whenever I get sick, I get quite sick, but prolonged. Like I'm always sick for quite a while. Anyway, last year was amazing. I pretty much got over everything quicker than what I ever have. So that helped me. My 6-year-old son, he takes the shoes every day, absolutely loves them, thinks they're a treat, which is a positive. And my husband, I was iffy about him taking it. He became one of my customers, and he actually, as I was coming downstairs to get on this call, he actually said, I hope it's all going really well for you, but I just want to let you know, I actually love the product. And I was like, wow, I was kind of surprised. I thought, he was a person that used to take Barocca every single morning to get him started through the day, and we haven't bought it for the last 6 months. So he's clearly off that and happy with his Juice Plus. Yeah, so that's me and the products. And actually, I'm on the 7-day detox again at the moment. So day 3, loving it. Thanks, Jana.
I think there's a bit of sarcasm in that, but beautiful.
Just a little bit.
And you know what? The males, guys, I just want to bring that up because Nicole, it was beautiful in sharing that. But, you know, I started this business, this product purely for my husband. He only eats meat, potato, white pasta and white rice. All right. I'm sure we've all got kids, maybe not husbands, that are that fussy. Yeah. So to be able to get product into them every day, for a man to say that he's loving the product and he's loving the results is really awesome too, because they're not quite as in tune with their body in most cases as us females are. So huge results there. Like for me, it was just a relief knowing that my husband is actually getting some plants into his body daily, but for males to actually notice it, you know, and for me it was skin. For my husband it was skin, it was energy, it was patience, you know, and pooping regularly for him, if I'm going to be honest. But, you know, again, it is different for everybody. I know, like, you know, we can only do so much, and we, you know, yes, we all can say we don't eat this and we don't eat that, but I have kale every day. It is in my vegetables and in my vegetable capsule, and Juice Plus has been around, the actual product, you know, over, you know, 30 years now. So they've known about kale. It's been such a fab thing for the last 5 years, but they've known about it for 30 years. And what I love too is, you know, I've had quite a few family, you know, close family and friends, one of which is on tonight, that, you know, have been through some traumatic things in their life, being the hardest inflammation of all being cancer. And that is a big reason why this product was created, because we can't keep that product, you know, that produce down when we're going through those illnesses, or, and we can't get it where we need to. And we need a strong immune system is what I'm trying to say. So whether, you know, you've got inflammation in your body or you don't, you know, the reasons why this was created and how it's helping around the globe, we're in over 27 countries, is pretty amazing. All right. But obviously Rose saw the value in this, and she wanted to take care of her health, get it to the next level, and she wanted to share it with more people. And this is how we do it. We don't go around bashing it into people. We just share our amazing results. And that's what it's all about. I think, you know, like I said to you guys, I was working in the government when I found this, and just like Nicole, I was super skeptical. It sounded way too good to be true. Once I realized it was Juice Plus, I just wanted to do the business because I knew the product was insanely clever. Even for me, who thought she was super healthy in what she was eating, I juiced and smoothed like a crazy woman. I looked silly drinking my green juices every day, but clearly I was still missing stuff because I was still getting sick. So to be able to share this was pretty awesome, and just to see what it was, you know, what sort of gift I could offer other people. So for me, I was skeptic. I thought it was one of those pyramid schemes or structures. Hey, you know, I didn't know what a pyramid scheme was. I wasn't born quite in the 1970s. So I missed all that, but that's what my, you know, that's what my head was telling me, my heart, you know, your gut, you get, you know, is it one of those things? But obviously they were made illegal, like I said, in the 1975s. And we've got an amazing product and an amazing business plan, which is pretty cool. But it was more the structure, yeah? The pyramid structure is what everybody sort of, you know, has that question about. So, you know, where I came from, I worked for the government. I was never going to be the Chief of Defence. I was never going to be the MP of Australia. All right, nor would I want to be, you know, my God, the pressure out, you know, our premiers, our MPs, and all of them are under at the moment. I definitely wouldn't want to be wearing that hat. But, you know, think about Safeways and Coles at the moment. I don't think I'd even want to be the CEO of any of those traditional businesses at the moment. You know, when they initially come into Coles or Safeway, they start off at some of these initial positions down here. But in saying that, someone might have been working at an IGA or whatever, and they might come into these middle positions here. They don't necessarily have to always start in the bottom in traditional business. You could start here and you could be working your ass off, learning all these new procedures and making sure you're the shining star so you can keep getting promoted because you're quite, you know, keen to keep growing and earning a bigger income and, you know, making a good, you know, life for yourself. But each time you want to go for this next position, you are up against your friends. All right. In some cases, it's not what you know, it's who you know. And like I said, you know, you could lose that position from someone externally. And the further we get up these levels in traditional business too, yes, our pay gets higher, but again, the balance between life and work starts to get even more and more stretched. You know, that was me. I was literally probably doing 60, 70 hours a week between what I was physically doing in the office, between what I was doing in the car, and what I was taking home with me. So I just wasn't getting to be with my kids. You know, and I was keen to keep going up there, but then the more I kept seeing my kids being brought up by someone else, the less I was really interested in that. Having to always fight for time off to go on a holiday to try and balance it out with my husband so we could actually go together, and then feeling guilty for calling in sick. I'm sure there's plenty of parents out there that are in that same boat as me, always feeling guilty when the kids were sick. So that's really what traditional was. And this is what I'm going to have to use this, is what I really liked. Once I really got to seeing what it was all about, was this was the structure of what we do. And it's literally like this crazy rectangle with no glass ceiling at the top, which I love. But we definitely have promotional levels as well. But guess what? We all come in and we all start at the bottom. Nobody can jump any levels. When we start, just like Rose is starting today, and I love this because, you know, what business do you know out there? I brought a restaurant, you know, while I was in my defence job, which was crazy. I know, had 2 full-time jobs, and I spent $20,000 to purchase it, which is pretty good for a business really to buy. But then I had daily, weekly, monthly, yearly costs to keep that thing running. And it nearly popped me into an early grave, to be honest. But with this business, I pay $165. That was it. All right. And because I worked so hard with the person who helped me join down here, I had that back in my bank account on my first pay. But this person's here to be your cheerleader, your ultimate support system, and help you get to whatever it is you might want to get to in this business. Just say you just want to get this back and get your product for free. Then they would, you know, map that out, work with you, help you and guide you. Say you want an extra $500 a month. Again, they would be there supporting you, helping you. And not just them, there's plenty of other team around, side, below and above you to help you to get there. If you wanted an extra $1,500 a month, again, they're here to help you, guide you, grow you and keep you going. If you wanted to get all the way up to the top, all right, our position used to be called NMD. There's now IMD and so many other ones. There's about $60,000 in, well, actually more than that. It's about $100,000 in promotions that you can pick up on the way there. But even when you get up here, there is no set pay. You can keep growing your business. You can keep helping your local community. You can go and help in other countries by, you know, helping them create and be at home, be more present and connect more with what they love doing, all right, which is pretty awesome. But there's not one person, all right? Remember back in that other picture, there was only one CEO. We can all get that opportunity because there isn't one person sitting pretty in our business structure, which is pretty awesome. The other thing that I was a little bit worried about, I had literally, you know, gone from one government job to another, and I had a security clearance, so I wasn't allowed to use social media. Not that you need to build this on social media either, like it, and we're not here to hunt down our friends and family either. But you know, I didn't have time. How was I going to do this? I didn't know enough people. But I was really lucky. The girl that introduced me to the business, who I'd never met before, just found her on social media like Rose did. You know, she found me and a couple other girls in the same month, so put me here. And, you know, in my toilet breaks, my lunch breaks, I was just sharing what I was excited about, what I was nervous about, what have I signed up to. But then I was sharing the community, and very quickly I found quite a few people that needed the product. All right. You know, families of 5, families of fussy eaters, family with low immune systems, you know, for all the reasons, just to bridge the gap. Or even, you know, I've got quite a few that are bodybuilders and are really high up in their athletics that jumped on board also. But what I found was a few people like me that just wanted something a little bit more. I had Lindsay, who had a family of 5, so she just wanted to get the product cheaper. So she jumped on board. I had Catherine, who's traveling Australia while doing this business. So it's just an extra income while she gets to travel Australia, but also take care of her health because there's no certainty of what they can purchase and what they can eat. And then there was Steph, a little bit like me, just hadn't heard about this and wanted to share it with more people. I just showed these girls exactly what Lauren showed me, helped them find a few customers, and this thing started popcorning out. All right. And along came Stacey, who shared tonight, who's then gone and shared on with other people, but has also met Rose. And again, we're going to be there to help her and guide her to share this amazing product and program and opportunity also. So let's grab Rose now. Let's hear how, Juice Plus came into her life, what results she's looking forward to with the program and product, and why the business made sense to her.
Oh, thank you, Donna. I think everyone wants to hear from me now, right? Everybody. Well, first of all, I just want to shout out to my mom that's watching, my siblings, and my friends, cousins, all over the world, and my family in Australia. I just want to thank you all for tuning in tonight and supporting me with this. But I think I found out about this product 6 months ago, and when we moved to New Zealand last year, it was really hard to adjust from having a job to like staying at home to look after the kids. So I was like, oh, maybe I can do something at home, like to spend my spare time on, and when the kids are asleep and stuff like that. So I went on Facebook and I searched, what anybody would search, work from home, for mothers and stuff like that. And literally the first post that popped up was a poster posted by Stacy. And I was like, it could be a scam because we've all seen like these types of stuff. So I mailed her and she got back to me and she was like, oh, about this business, and she was giving me an insight into it. And I was still, skeptical because anyone can do that these days. And so we kept in contact with Stacy. We had our conversations going. And and then I was like, oh, maybe this is, the time for me to do something new out of my comfort zone. And so we had our first interview with Jana and Stacy back in October last year. And after the interview, she sent me some information. I was like, oh, maybe I'm not ready. Maybe I don't have the time for it, like to commit to like a business like that. And also we were like financially unstable at the time because my husband was the sole provider, and I was like, oh, I don't want to put more pressure on him and stuff like that. So so I mailed Stacy back. I felt so bad. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I think it's not the right time for me, but I will love to join once I am. And it was just last week I told my husband, I was like, I think I want to try this business again because you're getting so unhealthy, and I want to keep you around like for some time. So I mailed Stacy back, and the best thing about this business is that everyone, is very supportive, and I was really surprised to get a prompt response from her, because after 6 months, like, anyone could unfriend you on Facebook and stuff like that. But that's the best thing about this whole thing, and I got to learn a lot about it, and here we are tonight. I'm so excited about it, and I wish I have you know reviews like what Jana, Stacy, and Nicole has shared, and that's what I look forward to.
Beautiful. And your husband sounds like mine. We're in it for our husbands. That's it. You know what I mean? Like, that's why the product's so clever too, because we're always thinking of everyone else first, us women. We honestly do. So this means you can be on it and he can be on it, and you can all get healthy together. So excited for you, Rose. Congratulations and thank you for sharing. And we can't wait to watch you grow and prosper and go from here. Awesome. All right. So just give us a couple more minutes and we're finishing up now. But just honestly, you know, like the product and the program is really good. I'm sure if it's not for you, there's people in your life that you know are sick of being sick, tired of being tired, or maybe even struggling with, financially, might need a little bit of something. Or it could be literally, we're so disconnected around the world at the moment. What about some more connection, meeting more people? And Rose, so excited to see all these beautiful faces on here tonight. I know when I started the business, being I'd come from the Defence Force, all my family, which was a defence family, was spread out around Australia and the world. So this brought us together, which was really unique also. But what I do love is we do get paid really well sharing it, and just by being raw and sharing our genuine stories. We get paid 3 ways. We get paid in profit, we get paid in commission, but we also get paid in lots of bonuses. All right, bonuses for doing well and, creeping up in different promotions, but also teacher bonuses for taking care of people we introduce the business to, just like Rose and Stacey would be as they grow their businesses. Like, literally within the first 60 days, you can pick up $400 in bonuses, all right, just by helping other people, helping them check out this crazy program, getting their questions answered, asking it what is they want to actually achieve with their health goals, which is pretty amazing. From there, there's an SC bonus, which is $500 for you and for your teacher. And they go on from there, and literally, like I said, in that pyramid thing that I was going, as you keep going, the bonuses keep growing as well, $1,000 right down to a $30,000 bonus. And that's just by being teachable, willing to learn, being driven. But what business do you know that you can go out there where you're literally being paid to take care of yourself and just refer, like you would a good restaurant or you would a good movie, and have the money back in your bank account from the money you invested by starting the business in the first place. I mean, I never saw the big value in it, to be honest, when I first started it. I just wanted to get my family on it because we weren't, well, for me, who was trying to do everything possible eating wise, who was the sickest she'd ever been. So I wasn't expecting it to be anything. And like something I left out at the start, guys, is that I've literally been a paid stay-at-home mum now for 3 years. And it was not something I ever envisioned. I never thought I wanted to be honest, because I was career driven. But I guess I wasn't sure how I could handle being home with my kids, but I love them. There's no way I'd want it to be in any other way. My kids wouldn't have got to go to the kinder they wanted. I would have struggled with school pickups and drop-offs, and that's literally where we're at now. We've got one in school, one at kinder, and I wouldn't have been able to do any of those things if it wasn't for this opportunity. But I guess the other thing was I was so lost in who I was. I didn't know who I was. I didn't have that network around me, the community that's there backing me up and helping me grow each and every day. It's brought me out from the shadows. I know that I'm worthy and I'm valued and I've got so much to offer, and that's what we're here to help others with, male, female, families, whatever. We've all got, I guess, a bigger gift to give, and this has given myself that opportunity to do so. So a massive thank you to everybody that came along to support Rose tonight. Thank you to the girls who shared, and congratulations, Rose. We are so excited for you. Please, guys, if you are watching this live or in a recording and we didn't quite get your questions answered, please get them answered, because we don't want to put too much into a recording or into an event where we put people to sleep. But it is amazing, and there's plenty of questions to come from this, I'm sure. So get those answered, and hopefully we'll see you all again soon. So thank you, and all stay well, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.